Okay, good morning. Hello. Excuse me. Hello. How the heck is everybody doing? Hello, good morning. Sorry, I've been sitting here for like 2 minutes. Just because the new event in Stream Raiders has started, and so I've been like, what do I got to do? What, make sure I know what's going on. But they gave out that the drop skin that I was missing yesterday. And I got some keys for the store. And I ended up getting 3 of the Sylvan skins, which maybe not the ones I would have picked, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. And I can't complain. It's not like I'm going to get any more of them, It's not like I'm going to get any more of them. But yeah, Brian, Sage, how the heck are y'all doing today? Sage, I see that. I need to come up with a alert for when that happens. I need to come up with an alert for when that happens. Figure out what I want that to be. Figure out what I want to happen. But yeah, Brian will be excited. I believe he loves Link to the Past. So I'm sure he'll be excited about that. Or no, that's Link's Awakening. That's Link's Awakening. I always get confused. Between Link to the Past and Link's Awakening. Link to the Past is the Super Nintendo one? Yeah, okay, that's this one. Yeah. Link's Awakening is the superior one, the first one I beat. I've heard very good things. Jesse, good morning. Good morning. How are ya? Best of luck with your meeting today. Best of luck with your meeting today. I'm sure it'll be fine. Honestly, I'm sure it'll be fine. My head did a cool thing on my drive-in where it just replayed a bunch of recent traumas since my head is already in a weird spot. Great, thanks. thanks, brain. Definitely what we need right now. Definitely what we need to be happening. Definitely helping. Definitely helping the situation. Thank you. Okay. Jesse, I'm sorry you're having a real fucky morning. Like I said, I'm sure everything will be good. I'm sure everything will be fine. Mental illness is cool and convenient. Yeah, it definitely hits you at the times when you're prepared. Let me tell you, somebody who's having a rough time right now. It definitely hits you at the times when you are prepared and able to deal with it. It definitely goes, this is a time you don't have a lot going on. Now would be a good time, and you're like, oh, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, perfect. All right, Stream Raiders is done. Stream Raiders is ready to go. But hi. All right. Now that we're finally on the other side of the NDA, we can finally check out all of these awesome Ludinaricon demos. I have literally like 30 demos. I think it's like 35 demos. There's so many friggin' demos. So first off, thank you again to Fellow Traveler for the press kit. This is my 3rd year having a press kit for it, and it's amazing. It's amazing to be able to cover this with that freedom. It also the press kit also came with some very nice of them. It came with like just literally like here's some games too, and I'm like, okay. So I know Brian was saying multiple times, I believe, that I would enjoy Case of the Golden Idol, and I was like, yes, from everything I've seen, Case of the Golden Idol looks very good, and it looks like a game that I would enjoy. Well, now I own Case of the Golden Idol. So that's just here now, which is good. But yeah, so Ludenaricon is on. If you haven't looked, go over to Steam. They have a big landing page where they have a bunch of games that aren't even just the games that I'm checking out. There's a bunch of other games that have demos. You can check out a lot of different stuff. King of the Castle is on sale. I know King of the Castle has been fairly popular. Yeah, we're gonna get into some games, let me tell you. We're gonna get into some games. I'm very excited. I think this is the hardest part, which is like the first demo, you know? This is a difficult decision. I think I've decided, but there's a lot of demos, a lot of games that look really fucking cool. A lot of games that look really cool, and a lot of games that I don't know anything about, and both of those are exciting. Both of those are exciting. Do I have a Ludenaricon command? Hang on. Let's see if I have a... There we go. See if I have a Ludenaricon command in some way. It helps if I spell it right. I don't. I should probably have one. What's the... Wow, it's their 5th year, dang. It's their 5th year. So we've been doing this most of the time. That's fun. That's fun to think of. All right. So now LNC, which I stole from Josh in Telegame. That's what he uses, and I'm like, I like it. Ludenaricon, quick. But yeah, they have a lot of talks up on their YouTube page. There's at least one I'm very excited to watch. I'm probably gonna watch more than just that. But the one that really caught my eye was this one here with Elliot Hudson and Gareth Damian Martin, the guy from Citizen Sleeper. So it's the title is Future Labors, Citizen Sleeper, and Hard Space Shipbreaker in Conversation. Which is one of those things that I hadn't considered, how, despite their kind of genre differences, those games exist exactly in the same space. And you can absolutely see, playing through Citizen Sleeper, where Hard Space Shipbreaker fit. Like, I mean, we worked on a ship, like, how often? It fits very clean. Like, they fit very cleanly together. They're telling a lot of the same stories. They trade on a lot of the same influences. I don't think I've played Hard Space on stream. I should, because that game, now that it's in 1.0, I've owned it for a little bit. I was waiting for it to get to like 1.0 status, you know, because they were like, yeah, like we're still changing some stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till you're done. But yeah, the game absolutely, the game slaps. It would be very fun to play on a day when we don't have anything going on. Which, you know, when is that? When do we not have a thing going on? But yeah, there's all kinds of talks, and panels. What was the other one that looked really good? All of them look good for different reasons. Like, this is the fun thing with indie games, is once you get into, comes back with a duck under each arm, Link's Awakening is the best Zelda game, and Jesse and I die together on this hill. What was I saying? Oh, once you get into indie games and you start to know a couple people, you know, you're like, oh, I know this person, it makes it exciting for things like this, because you're like, oh, I see them in this chat with this person. Oh, I wonder what they're talking about. And then you learn about a new person, and you're like, oh, I wonder what they've been up to. I should look into them, you know? And it is this cool cascading effect, you know? That happened to me at Big Bad Con when I was volunteering for Big Bad Con a while ago. There was a couple people of, you know, a couple like indie TTRPG design people that I not knew like I knew them, but I was familiar with them. And they were on some panels, and I was like, oh, I want to see this person. Let's see this panel. And then there'd be another person on that panel that would just be absolutely incredible. And you'd be like, oh man, wonder, like, what did they write? What did they got going on? So, also, I kind of got the sniffles this morning. I'm sorry. Oh, the funny thing. So we played Rogue Squadron yesterday on stream. IGN had a video about what Rogue Squadron, and I was like, I recently watched that Game Grumps clip collection. Had parts of them playing Link's Awakening remake. I remember how chill that game was. Oh yeah, that was a good LP. That was a very good LP. Oh. That was a very good LP. Here, hang on 1 second for me. Okay. I just went and blew my nose, so I was like, this is gonna bother me until I take care of it. So I was like, this is gonna bother me until I take care of it. So I'm just gonna take care of it. So hi, Kira. Hi. The Ludo narrative of Matt implies they're an artistic and friendly Bulbasaur. Well, artistic. 5 party members deep Octopath 2. Bought Xenoblade 3. I don't know if I have time for another Switch game for at least 40 years. Part of me would be fascinated to play Link's Awakening again. You're artistic. I'm saying Brian, why did that? I have to look into that sound. Brian, thank you so much for gifting. Brian, thank you for gifting 3 months of sub to Kira. Brian, thank you for gifting 3 months to Kira. How are all the drawings going? Lugo, hello! I actually really need to do them. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, I need to do the drawings. I'm terrible. Oh, I'm terrible. Having a whole morning, so I haven't touched it yet. Congrats. Oh, Jesse, just take care of yourself today. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Be proud of what you are achieving. I know. I try to be. I let it get away from me, and then I think about it, and I go, I should have done this, and that. You know. Oh, but all right. Lugo, good morning. How the heck are you doing? The good news is if the world is a fair and kind place, my morning turmoil means the Devils win tonight. I hope for you. "7 days to Breath of the Wild Big Stick Maker Edition." Big Stick Maker Edition. Oh, I really got to do this Pokemon raid thing before I forget. I will say, talking about Tears of the Kingdom, I've seen some reports that the game has leaked on the internet. So as always, be careful on social media, be careful the links that you click, be careful, watching random stuff like Facebook Reels, that sort of thing. I don't know how true it is or isn't, but we're close enough to release that if you're trying to avoid spoilers, that sort of thing, you should start being very careful about the things that you click. Fun fact, come hang out here. You will have no Tears of the Kingdom spoilers. There will be no Tears of the Kingdom spoilers. The other day I had an ad during break that said we now go live to Matt, who's currently eating. When I glanced over, the ad video wasn't playing. Just showed the Bulbasaur eating noodles. I will spoil that. I don't know what that thingy is. I'm gonna spoil it. Me, I spoil it. Ugh. All right. Get my headset on. Get my controller on. Shout out to this cool controller I bought a while ago. I look at it all the time and I love it. So, our first demo. We're gonna have the fun of me having to set up like everything. Matt, why don't you set it up and then you can like go over there? You can be cool. No, I don't want to. Oh, right. This is from yesterday when I had jacked it up for... Okay. So this is Times in Galaxy. This is a new game that was announced just the other day for Ludonaricon. Published by Fellow Traveler. This is a game where you are a robot, and you are reporting on the news. There's different... These are cute. These are really cute. I like this one. I really like this one. I'm annoyed it's not available in the demo, but it's very cute. Poppybot. Still caught up on what a day I had on Tuesday. You had a good day if I remember correctly, right, Kira? Oh, here we go. It was a very day. Oh no, wait, hang on. With both good and bad. Oh, it was just a full day. It was just a whole day. I feel like this color. You know, the only NHL team I really care about is no chance of being successful, so I support you. His anxiety and a lot of good. A very emotionally intense bad thing. I'm sorry. What are we looking at? Oh, down there, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a fun sound. So yeah, you're a robot that reports the news. I've seen a little bit of gameplay, but not too much. Because I knew I was going to check these out. That's great. Love that. Jalen! Jalen, good morning. Internship, cycle 1. I would like to be a robot that reports the news, thank you. Well, Jalen, good news, you can. This is Times and Galaxy. Another shuttle looks identical to the model you flew on, but somehow still less cool. Oh yeah, of course mine's the coolest. I went to a dance party thing, had good flirts and fun, but it was intense, and then I forgot my house key. Yes, I remember you said you lost your house key. Ugh. I can be freed from my prison of flesh. Massive bay doors allowing shuttles to leave and dock. Hopefully the glass is at least double paned. God, I hope so. Jalen, how are you doing this morning, buddy? How are you? We got some tunes. B39 Love Singer tape deck. They were banned ages ago due to spontaneously liquefying? I got a lot of, you know, I got a lot of questions, but you know what? We're just gonna. A shuttlebot manufactured to build and maintain interplanetary transport. Beep, beep. Beep. I'm the new intern, Poppybot. Beep. Very good. One of my coworkers got COVID. Not one I'm in close proximity with, so I've successfully reignited the COVID fear into everyone. It's a beautiful thing. Fuck yeah! Get them to wear masks! Bungie's raising the price of the Destiny season pass to $1,200. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the thing. I'm annoyed with it now that they're owned by Sony. If I'm honest, now that they're owned by a $1 billion global corporation, now I'm mad about it. A lot of things have changed for me since Bungie got bought by Sony. Good morning. There's a reminder that the Golden Girls and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air technically exist in the same universe. Golden Girls, Fresh Prince, same universe. List of fictional shared universes. It'd be more to me if I knew who the Golden Girls were. Oh, Golden Girls are great. Thank you for being a friend and letting us know. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, of course all of the Sonic characters are in the same universe. Weirdo. Oh, is this one of those weird things? Hang on. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to hear. Wow, Step by Step? Sabrina, wait, Step by Step and Boy Meets World are supposed to be in the same universe? Hang on. Full House and Family Mat? Wait. I need a 45-minute YouTube video about this. I need a 45-minute YouTube video about this. Oh yeah, I do like this thing. The X-Files universe features a cameo from Detective John Munch, tying it into the Law and Order universe because fucking Richard Belzer played that character. First, you're welcome for completely derailing stream. Listen, that's how it goes. Also, I don't think I said it, but hi, buddy. I love you. Everybody go follow Zach because he's amazing. Everybody loves Raymond. The Cosby and the nanny are in the same universe? What? Not the Cosby Show. Cosby, the second show. Wikipedia, you gotta explain this. You can't just say. You can't just say these words. You gotta give me. Second, let's start from the beginning. One of the Golden Girls is Sophia Petrillo, played by Estelle Getty. Golden Girls had its own actual canonical universe, but the story for another day. No sources listed. No, it's just like a table. It's just a table, and then they're like this, and I'm like, okay, but there's a citation, but it's someone's GeoCities. Plus is having a detour. Always curious about with how buses have detours and shit like that. Yeah, again, of course Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon are in the same universe. It's called a spin-off, guys. You're not understanding what the word shared universe means. That's a spin-off. All these Arrowverse shows are also connected. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Arrowverse, what a cursed word. You know, it had a lot more success than Marvel's shows. WWE, no, see, that's the problem. You made it cursed by saying WWE star Stephen Amell. That happening is cursed. He could have just been a regular TV guy. He could have been a regular TV guy. Golden Girls were produced by Witt/Thomas Productions, who did a number of shows throughout the 70s, 2000s, like Soap and Benson, and even a few movies, most notably Dead Poets Society. Oh. Next on Soap. Sitcom of 4 retirement age sassy ladies living in Miami and it's their adventures with love, friendship, and general hijinks. It's very cute. It's very good. I don't know how well it holds up. I don't know how well it holds up. Like now, like it's probably up and down. You know what I mean? There's probably bits that are like, ooh, they wouldn't do this now, and then it's fine. You know what I mean? I bet you there's some bits where you're just like, oh, I don't know. 1990, a cute coming-of-age show about an Italian girl named Blossom debuted on NBC. I didn't know Blossom was supposed to be Italian-American. That's good. Zach is going to give me that 45-minute YouTube video I wanted in the chat. Against the American Nightmare started. I hate wrestling. I do think I remember that Blossom and... It was such a thing in the 90s to have crossovers. It was such a thing in the 90s to have crossovers. Near Final Fantasy 14, Star Wars, The Witcher, Spawn, Zelda, and Tekken all exist in the same multiverse. That's because they were all in Soul Calibur. I know that one. mattcaulder and Telegame, the exciting new crossover. I actually just emailed Josh. Because we didn't have a way to communicate. Poke, hello, good morning. Blossom's time slot was adjacent to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and because yes, 90 shows love crossover, there were multiple crossovers. Yeah. What? So was Blossom supposed to be the granddaughter of one of the Golden Girls? Hawks up 14, which is tied via near. I don't know if that sound is outside or in this game, but if it's outside, I'm concerned. Excuse me. Including Will playing his eponymous Fresh Prince character, but also Karen Parsons reprised her role as Will's cousin Hillary Banks. Oh. Oh, I clicked. I didn't mean to click. I mean, listen, I can play the game and therefore Blossom and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air exist in the same universe. Sure, yes. Off to fidget and stare in the middle distance a bunch. Mood. Big mood. Jesse, take care of yourself. I'm sure everything will be great. I'm sure you've got it. I'm sure you're crushing it. There's some goop here. Oh, I hate goop. Shuttlebot charging stations. That's a Machamp. Who is this? Someone with confidence is all you can say for certain. This poster's certainly not bad to look at. A workstation. Clean and organized. You love it. The scanner notoriously has the worst coffee in space, but you also hear that the oil in their shuttle bay is the best there is. You know, try a little oil. This is the smoothest, most refreshing, extra virgin motor oil. It's just a hint of grit to round out the experience. It really is the best. I think I watched Josh play the start of this. Yeah, I was gonna say I think he played this last night and the other day. Yeah, that plant's dead as shit. But yeah, Zach, is Blossom supposed to be related to the Golden Girls? Is that what you're getting to? A reception bot built to perform all manner of administrative tasks. This one appears to be an older model. I could probably link any two games together provided it's done a crossover. An episode of the first series of Blossom. Our heroine feels left out. One of her friends starts spending time with a new student who guest stars in an episode. Estelle Getty as her Golden Girls character, Sophia Petrillo. Why when I looked up, I literally Google, oh man, there's, okay, wait. Oh, hang on, here we go. This is what I should have gotten the first time I Googled. Every show set in the Golden Girls universe. Here we go. What production company made Blossom? Whit Thomas Productions. That makes sense. Empty Nest. The first spinoff. Okay, so this is an official spinoff. Sitcom follow Miami pediatrician Dr. Harry Weston, who lived next door. This is a spinoff. Okay. Direct spinoff. All 4 Golden Girls made guest appearances, with Sophia appearing as a recurring character. Makes sense. Nurses. A spinoff from Empty Nest. A group of nurses that worked in Miami's community medical center, the same hospital as Dr. Harry Weston. Harry appeared frequently on the show through 3 seasons, as well as appearances from Rose, Blanche, and Sophia. Rose's was an indirect spin. I love how Golden Girls had a spinoff, and then that show had a spinoff. Blossom, we've already discussed. Season 1, episode 6, I Ain't Got No Buddy. Estelle Getty reprises the role of Sophia when Blossom dreams that the two become roommates after a fight with her best friend. 6 lives her feeling all alone. I love the idea that Blossom is like, I've lost my friend. Who is my new best friend? Obviously, Estelle Getty as Sophia from the Golden Girls. Golden Palace. 1 season spinoff continuation. After Dorothy's exit, Rose, Blanche, and Sophia decide to invest in a Miami hotel and run it together. That's... I was going to say, is that Don Cheadle? And yes. Yes, it is. And Margaret Cho. Shouts to Margaret Cho. This is 100% Don Cheadle. That's one of the things where it's like, is that an incredibly young Don Cheadle? That's it? You made it sound like there's like 17 shows. You made it sound like there was going to be 20 shows in this article. Like, I appreciate them keeping like direct connections, but like, come on, man, give me the juice. All right. Here, we'll just appreciate this picture of all these fine women of television really quick. There's a Chinese restaurant near me called Golden Palace. Golden Palace is a real big swing of a name, to be honest. Not that it's bad, but it is, you're put a lot behind it. Okay. Zach, I love you. I love you, Zach, because Zach and Brian, the reason that we're friends, and Jesse to the same extent, have the ability to just poke directly into my brain and go, think about that. And it's just like, oh, and I gotta go off and think about that. Just that's it. That's it. There's no, it's, Brian, we were talking about Resident Evil spinoffs yesterday, and I just fell down a rabbit hole. It was great. Just the shit I think about lying in bed at night. Turn up, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and Bean is trying to sleep, and you wake her up, you're like, Bean, listen. So Thomas Whip Productions started the Golden Girls. She's like, oh. Devil May Cry was almost a Resident Evil game. I do remember that, yeah. I remember that from something. Quite a bit before Don Cheadle was cast. It's still funny. Yeah, God, Don Cheadle was in so much. Yeah, there was like 5 different versions of RE4. Or like they had a lot of like visions for it. Excuse me, something in my circuits. What a cute little robo. What brings you to the scanner? I am a cute little robo. This is true. This is correct. I'm the new reporting intern. Intern? I was expecting someone fleshier. I've never seen a robo reporter before. Well, guess what? Fucking we're on the What? Oh! I don't know how to feel about you. Is he leaking or is that static? Like, Do we think he's contained? Yeah. Yes. Like, do we think he's contained like a lava lamp? Because I can't tell. There's bits that seem like he's on the inside, and then there's bits that feel like he's gooping out. It's the gooping out part that I'm concerned about. It's the gooping out part that make me go, are you okay? You good, bud? Exactly. Arwen Vates, legendary assignment editor of the Times and Galaxy. They were a decorated reporter themselves before stepping behind the story desk. I think he's contained. I think there's some hard lines. There's some bold lines that. Oh, he's got little armies. Oh, I like that. You're looking at PoppyBot. Hello. The system's first ever robot reporter. Oh no, reporter bot. I spoke and didn't read. Yes, Guardians 3 yesterday. Marvel finally has an above average film. Movie's quite dark. Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Reporter bot. Well, now I've seen everything. Everything I can see bolted to this floor anyway. Glad you're here, intern. We're running on fumes this cycle. There was a police chase on Og just now. Sounds like it ended in a crash. Oh, normally I wouldn't send you to something like this. Not in your first cycle. But we need you down there now. Okay, how do I get there? The shuttle you came in should do. Hurry, plan inside and get me a story. Excuse me. While you're on Og, I'll have a security bot upgrade your clearance. I'll give you access to the rest of the ship, except the bridge, of course. Good luck. Excuse me. I don't know what that word is, Sage. I don't know what that word is. I'm not smart enough for that word. You're still here? Better get going or you'll miss the best stuff. All right, well, let's listen. Oh, accessibility. Oh, penetrability. I see. Whoa. You're a very tall human man. Ed Quasar. Well, you must be the new intern. Robo, eh? Was some critical thinking turning those fancy sprockets. Seen plenty of robo photographers, but you're the first robo reporter I've met. I'm Ed Quasar. I take photos for the Times and Galaxy. Oh, nice to meet you, Ed. Polite, too. Well, I'd get you far in some places. Maybe not where we're headed, though. Speaking of which, we better head out. Earlier you get to a scene, the more you get. See you in the shuttle, Sprockets. That's not my name. Don't call me Sprockets. Don't. We're colleagues. We're not friends. Let's go. Your first story. Time to test your mettle. That's a pun. Do you like it? I like the game making a pun, then being like, "Do you like the pun? How do you feel about the pun?" There's a lot going on. The Times and Galaxy. This is an active scene. Tread lightly, civilian. Charisma? I cannot adjust how lightly I tread. Tread lightly is a human idiom. It means ensure your actions are purposeful. I'm not asking you to literally step more softly into the dirt. That would be nonsensical and outside my jurisdiction. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. Have a robot be like, yeah, step lightly. And then the other robot be like, I can't adjust that. It's very, it's very silly, but very fun. What happened here? There was an incident. That incident is now under investigation. All right, listen. Oh. Thing. Can you be more specific? I am not programmed to be more specific. Oh. All I can say is that a shuttle impacted a rock-like object. Oh, rock-like object. Rock-like object! Dun, 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 dun. What caused the impact? The cause of the crash is unknown at this time. It may have been a mechanical failure. Or pilot error. But it was certainly not the result of the pursuit that preceded it. There was a pursuit? Or perhaps the detective bot on the scene. Unlike me, they are cleared for level 1 media communication. This police bot does not seem to be very forthcoming. Perhaps the detective bot will be more helpful. Alright. I found a strange seed. If you listen closely, the seed sounds like it's sniffling, almost like it's sad. Perhaps someone on the scanner will be able to use this. What? 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 Let's get a... It's over here. A strange device. It almost looks like a broken pilot bot. A ship component, but unlike any detailed in your knowledge banks. Hello? Huh? Who the quark are you? You always go around talking to random scrap? Yes, actually. Yeah, I'm Poppybot. Nice to meet you, Poppybot. Odd circumstances, I'll admit, but always good to meet a robo. From the coat colors, I'm guessing you're a reporter? I'm a pilot bot, but not just any pilot bot. A new all-thinking, all-feeling anomaly. Or at least I was before I crashed my ship over there. Now I'm little more than a core intelligence. With these nifty little arms here. I do like he's like, hey, I got arms. What about legs? I wasn't built to have legs, just to fly. When I crashed, my emergency arms deployed. Emergency arms! Why haven't you commented how neat and cute that? They're neat and cute. Like I can't lie. Thank you. They're just about the only gift my builders gave me that I like. They programmed me to feel, and with that to feel pain, sort of. Yeah, that's not, I was gonna say, he was like, I'll see it, I'll feel it. I was like, uh-oh. A kind of negative physical response, a shudder, to discourage me from crashing into things. Oh, crashing must have hurt then. It hurt like nothing else. Like my body being torn apart by rocks. Yeah, that is how I would describe crashing. Except I don't need that body to survive. It took every ounce of my being to drag myself over here. Whatever my being is. Self-awareness is a curse, huh? Yeah, buddy, let me tell you. Yeah, we're not so different, you and I. Experiments, victimized products of unbridled progress. Oh, buddy, we're getting into it now. Maybe us robos will rise up. Uh-huh. Take down our organic compressors. Every game in which you play a robot should have a time to robot uprising. And I feel like we're getting close to it. And I'll be there to report on it. That sounds like coward talk. But I guess someone has to tell the story. Yeah, someone's got to make the TikTok about it, guy. Is that all you're gonna do? I'll sneak you out of here. very quickly needing to determine our journalistic integrity. You know, let's think him out of here. Sounds fun. Seriously? Oh, snap, that's amazing. Thank you. I'll do my best to be quiet. Look at his little face. Look at his little face. Sorry to make you betray your journalistic integrity and all that. Oh, look at that. Okay. Fuck journalistic integrity in situations where no one else will stand up for the downtrodden. We don't know what's going on, I should say. Like, we just showed up. There's a vending machine. Seems its time dispensing delicious soda drinks has ended. A moment of silence for this fallen giant. Oh, poor guy. An auger might look at stacked junk like this and see 10 different uses for it. You see stacked junk though, because you're not an auger. All right. Okay, let's talk to Ed. Oh, Ed. Still smoking, getting some nice shots here. How's it going for you, Sprockets? No, stop calling me Sprockets. Yeah, what? No. What, you never had a nickname before? All things considered, you got it easy. I call the other intern Bubble Brain. A scheme like this can be overwhelming for a rook. But it's better when there's plenty of folks on the scene. More to learn. Keep digging around till you've seen all there is to see. Never know what details you'll spot that'll really make your story pop. Better get back to shooting while there's still smoke. Can we... I want to talk about why you call me Sprockets. I don't like it. So my... Hello? Okay, severe damage to the engine. Shuttle is missing a nearly essential piece of tech, the flight recorder. This nearly indestructible object should be there. Oh. A quick scan of the front end of the wreck shows no sign of a cockpit. No organic or robo remnants either. Surely if someone was behind the controls, there'd be some trace of them, no matter how completely the ship is pulverized. All clues discovered. Okay. We got all the clues. Okay. The crash occurred after a short chase. But there doesn't appear to be a pilot. How interesting. Oh, reporter. Bot. How interesting. Excuse me. What happened here? Hold on. I don't even know who you work for. I can deduce from the jacket that you're with the Times and Galaxy. But it could be a clever fake. A drop dealer has used that ruse before. A door dealer. I do not speak to the dealer. They are too loose with the facts. Who are you, reporter bot? I'm a Times and Galaxy intern. An intern? You must be a newer model. Perhaps you even have logic upgrades I do not. Out of the factory into the fire, I suppose. What would you like to know? I don't have much time, so make your questions count. What caused the crash? It's difficult to say for certain. However, it's fair to say this much. Whatever was piloting the shuttle likely lost control during the pursuit. Were they meant to crash? I've been surprised before. Was it on autopilot? Most likely, but pilot bots aren't the type to go rogue. The shuttle was being pursued by officers when it crashed. Do police always investigate police-involved incidents? Any consequential event involving a police bot must be investigated. I was not involved, and I have the capacity to investigate. I'm not programmed to see a problem with this. I am not programmed to see a problem with this! Please stay outside the holotape. And good luck with your story. Okay, so we have this. Oh, wow, there's a lot of... Okay, so... let's talk to all these people. What a shame. This wouldn't happen if the Corpus just left well enough alone. Too bad they didn't crash too. Hell yeah, bud. Did you see what happened? When I heard the sirens, I came outside. Just in time to see the shuttle lose control. The way the shuttle looked was strange. It wasn't flying like shuttles usually fly. Why did it look strange? It didn't have a cockpit. Thought that was pretty strange. What else did you notice? Well, there's generally two types. Organic pilots who tend to freak out when things go south. And robo pilots, which don't freak out or even think at all. This thing was flying, I don't know, like the robo pilot was panicking. I know that sounds weird, but that's all I can tell you. Oh, don't let the police spots off the hook with this one, okay? They're too comfortable even here. Hell yeah, A-cab. Pinker Death Knell. Wait till these empty-headed cop-bots leave. I'll be rich. Did you see what happened? Nothing. I saw nothing. As in the absence of anything. All I could offer intelligence-wise would be a pick-a-you. A what? What I see right now is bucks ripe for the picking. I don't understand. My trade is the picking of trash. Kind of an authority on the subject, a bona fide... Cognoscent? I don't know that word either. Once the automaton authorities vacate the scene, I'll alleviate said scene of any valuables left behind. This particular scene has a lot to offer. Yeah, your vocabulary is quite advanced. So magnanimous for a metal one. I find a lot of discarded literature out here in the wastes. Most augurs don't much care for learning. I am an anomaly among my people. Isn't all this evidence? It's evidence when the holotape is up. Once the tape is down, it's my property. Hee. Augurs like yours truly wait for an event such as this. Doesn't someone else own it, though? The augur concept of property differs from other cultures. An odd question. It leads me to wonder if this is your first time here. I can deduce from your jacket that you work for the Times and Galaxy. My accent is drifting. Anything I just said can be quoted, naturally. Make certain you spell my name and title correct. The augur hands you a holo card. Identify them as Picker Death Knell, Rubbish Repurposer. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, little robo. And try to finish your task here before nightfall. Not every augur waits for the crash to collect parts, if you catch my meaning. Oh, what a nice thing for him to say, looking out for me. What a nice guy. Ord Rubberneck. A reporter, my name's Ord Rubberneck. I'm making my business to see things. And you won't believe what I saw here. Are you also a reporter? Nothing as formal as the Times Galaxy. No, I'm just retired and bored. I love their sun hat. It's great. It's a great look. Do you want to hear what I saw or don't you? Yeah, what'd you see? At first I didn't see nothing. But I heard sirens, a police shuttle going fast. Then a smash, bang, crash. I was shocked, witness shocked. I ran up here to this ridge and found the wreck smoking. A police bot was already on the scene. They didn't seem too happy. Did the police bot say anything? What police bots always say? Stand back, Ord, this is an active investigation. Please remain on scene for questioning. Well, I'm still waiting, folks. I assume they want to ask me what I saw, same as you. Rubbernecking means gawking in an accident? Yes, I am. There's an odd thing about this crash. No pilot to speak of. They're still in there, maybe they're dead? But I don't see anything gross like that. It's almost like there wasn't a pilot. Do you think the police are involved? Is there garbage on AUG? I don't know why they were chasing the shuttle, or who was piloting it, or how it ended up smoking that rock. But it was a police chase, sure as sand. Sure as sand. Anyway, hope some of this helps. If you're gonna quote me, make sure you spell my name right. Good luck with your story. Alright, I think... Oh, could have been worse. Okay, so I gotta investigate around. Don't look down, just why are you programmed to be afraid of heights? Yeah, why wait. Okay. So, Copybot's Guide to Building a Story. Oh, let me hit Stream Raiders here. We got a ton of people. Hell yeah, Stream Raiders. Coverage choices may cause the Time and Galaxy to lean more towards informational, alien interest, or sensational. The balance isn't always beneficial. Character anonymously can hurt your paper's reputation, but not as much as naming a source after you promise they will remain anonymous. Oh. Okay. So if we're trying to sneak the robo pilot out, we should not. Okay, so it's emergency arms deployed. Robo Rebel. Wow, there's so many things. Okay. Now here's the thing. There's a lot of things locked. All right, so I just don't get. You get what you get, basically. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Pastry, hello. Pastry, how the heck are you doing? As a prototype reported about, you came with pre-installed software. If you already familiarize yourself with Build a Story. Choose your options based on the details you uncovered. Follow what you think is best and see how the reporters and readers act. All right. So yeah, shuttle crash. A small shuttle appeared to lose control and crash while being chased by police on the arid planet of Og. One witness was shocked to see police bots in pursuit moments before it crashed. It lost control and was severely damaged. Ankle's killing me. Other than that, pretty Gucci. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm sorry your ankle hurts so much. That really sucks. Boom. 40 out of 68. How do I be more thorough? Internship cycle 2. We got a couple people down. Hey, hun, trying to sneak past me without saying hello? How was your first assignment? There we go. Easy as moon pie. Calling a shuttle crash on Og easy? Must have overclocked your confidence, kid. Normally you don't get interns doing stories like that. Not for a few cycles, at least. We've been show sort staff lately. Anyway, go on to the newsroom. I won't have your next assignment. Wait, what do you have there? Reception bot is pretty perceptive. Good things you conveniently stashed a fugitive pilot bot in engineering during the last scene transition. Is that a seed? I'm not sure you should be picking up things you find at scenes. But now you're in for a penny. I guess go see security bot. They fancy themselves a bit of a gardener bot. Maybe they could identify it for you. Who's that? This guy? No. Yeah, Pastry, I hope things are going well, buddy. I'm sorry your ankle hurts so much. That really stinks. That's a dog? Holy cow. Holy cow. This place is huge. I hope it gets better this weekend. Working's been rough with my ankle like this. Oh yeah, I get that. Absolutely. It's been hurting since last Thursday. That's a while. What's going on? You must be PoppyBot. I remember your face from the clearance manifest. And no, you can't access the bridge, even though it's super cool in there. I'm security bot. The scanner is security bot. Steadfast, upright, always noticing things. Speaking of which, I noticed you have a seed. May I take a closer look? Security bot snatches the seed without waiting for a response. Well, that's rude. Couldn't tell you're gonna finally get some use out of my company insurance. Yeah, definitely. Definitely feels like you should go get that looked at. Security bot inspects the seed closely. A small scanner runs red lasers over the seed's craggy surface. How bizarre. I found it at the odd crash site. Do you make it a habit to take things that do not belong to you? Sometimes. Don't answer that. You could incriminate yourself. Also, I'm giving you a hard time. It appears to be a wallowing weeper seed, a rare genus of cactoid. A wallowing weeper stores rainwater in its hollow top. When it's collected too much water, it leaks, appearing to almost cry. That's why it has the name Wallowing Weeper. Security bot cradles the seed in their metal hand gently. I must plant this in the garden immediately! Why? To bring life and color back to this trapped space. Just take a look around you. This is once a vibrant, space-bound conservatory. It housed some of the rarest flora in the solar system. I'd restore the garden to its former glory, but I never leave the ship. You collect more seeds for me on your assignments? If I remember, sure. I reviewed your hardware. You have ample memory. Damn! Please devote even the smallest partition of your heart to this task. When you bring back a seed, seek me out. Depending on the cycle, I patrol all over the ship. But I always find time to tend to the garden. Always. Alright. Oh. Lunch, get it! Oh boy, I see you find the cafeteria. They call me Foodbot. What's going on? I'll be cooking up some real special meals. So come by whenever you're hungry. Do I get hungry? Acid Fizz now is a clearer warning against human consumption. Hey. Lunch, get it! NutriBears, hello, how are you? This is the dirt pit for Verge crew members who enjoy soaking up some nutrients. What? This cycle, silty loam has been mixed in. Yum, I guess? What? Do we have crew members who just vibe out on dirt and chill with crystals? I guess it's robot food or alien food. I think it's both. Food, get it! I really appreciate that, like, ad campaigns have distilled down to just get it. Just shouting. Matt in chat, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Ooh. Oh, man. I got the yawns today. So many people on this ship. I'm such a short little guy. Alright. Look at all these people. The Reader Responsitron. Wonderful work as always. To the Times Galaxy's editors and staff, I commend Martina Moonrock's incredible expose on Ogg's racketeering problem. It's a dangerous world to cover. Those criminals hold grudges like getting even. Gives me hope to see a reporter so furiously execute such journalistic daring do. Moonrock rocks! Jorgo, the commending one. Oh wait, that's right! That's right! Space Dog. You see something suspended in this dog-shaped mound of goo. It almost looks like an old camera lens. The goo's tail wag. It's a dog! Sentient, oozy gloop dog. Gloop Dog, it's Gloop Dog. The name on his collar reads Puff Piece. That's a good name. Appreciative Gurgle. Puff sure seems to like pats. Scritch that head. As you scritch, Puff moves their legs, scratching the air. Puff briefly loses shape. Uh-oh. When they reform into a dog, the lens is on the ground below them. Oh, great, easy. It's drippy with goo when you pick it up. Puff's tail wags gloopily. You've clearly made a friend. Hell yeah. Space Dog. Space Dog! Nailed it. A desktop terminal, call your own. Prepare to the joys of reply all office chain emails. Ugh. Yeah, doodle self-portrait. Your doodle is a photorealistic portrait of your head and shoulders. This way, you're guaranteed to leave a mark on the journalism industry because you literally just left a mark on the journalism industry. The ants seem fine bustling around and doing classic ant stuff like constructing a pyramid? Better leave it be. What's going on in here? Wow. Oh, these are the bunks and such. Oh, guck. So y'all just live here? De-Risk, a game of de-escalating warfare. It starts at the brink and you work your way back to peace. It takes literally forever to play. Larger executive rooms for Ursula and Arwen. Having more spacious quarters is one of the perks being at the top of the masthead. Look how it's just Latinus cube in disguise. Everybody talks around water cooler bot. But no one ever talks to water cooler bot. Making a water cooler a robot is fucked. Trilliards. It's like billiards, but more. I would have called it thrilliards. Because it's thrilling. This is a station where you recharge each night. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. NutriBears, thank you for bumping that up in the request. Yeah, I need to come up with graphics and effects for that. Whoa! New reporter / friend alert. Welcome aboard the scanner. I'm what is Chaloon, the greatest one, arts and entertainment editor. The greatest one? Yeah, about that. Verge are given our title by our parents in recognition of our potential. The role we're expected to play in society on Preto. It's a big deal. Nah, it's okay, it happens. I was supposed to be the next leader of the Verge, the entire people. No pressure, right? Problem is, it isn't what I wanted to do at all. I left to be a reporter. I wanted to be a reporter, so I left. I don't visit home too often. A lot of resentment there for bucking my obligations. But no regrets, I love my life, and a big part of that is this job. Well, that's good. You should change your title to an arts covering one. Is that a thing? Oh, changing your title's a bigger no-no than fail and live up to it. Oh, my bad. Once you have that title, it's yours for life, no matter what. That's just how it is on Preto. I'm making it sound like a harsh, unforgiving place. Preto's great. The Verge are great, too. Most of them are just really into rituals and expectations. I'd have been miserable if I'd stayed. All right, well then, I mean, why don't you change your title? Like, what? Good for you. Hey, thanks. No regrets over here. There's so much art to cover in the system. Pick a planet. I'll tell you what's popular there right now. Central Station doesn't count. They just have an onboard improv comedy company called Primetime. The less said, the better. How about Og? Arts on Og are very physical. Maybe it's because of the harsh climate. It's a big emphasis on interplay between environment and performer. Dance, sculpture's the dance. Whatever it is, audiences judge it by the ability to endure. I once saw a sculpture that revealed new layers as a sandstorm slowly ripped it apart. That's cool. That's kind of baller. Pretty cool stuff. All right, cool, yeah. I want to see that. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a neat idea. That's cool. Jawbreaker sculpture. Oh, that's, you know, damn game, making me think about cool things. Oh. You approach these two Zeal already in conversation. Arwen has your assignment, but you don't know who they're talking to. Hello? Oh, okay. My cord was all caught up. The rest is all fluff and broccoli. But someone's got to write this stuff, even just to fill the holo columns. As long as it's not me. You got the last good one. I did make you cover the Humanian shoe exhibit, so it's only fair. They don't seem to notice you yet. Excuse me. Oh, hey there. You must be waiting for an assignment. Slim pickings, I'm afraid. Slim is putting it nicely. You haven't met our other intern. This is Yar Parin. They started shortly before you. Yar, this is Poppybot. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yeah, same to you, I guess. I'd better get back to work. Good luck with your assignment. Yar clearly thinks you don't have the sarcasm detection modules booted up. I was being harsh about the quality of the current assignments. Covering boring stories and fluff is a rite of passage in a way. You need to take a nothing assignment and find why it matters. More often than not, a good reporter will come back with something fresh. Which is why this cycle I'm asking you to cover the Humania Intersolar Cat Show. Oh, okay, wait, no, hang on. Every human year, the cat fanciers of Art Rebla hold the Intersolar Cat Show. It's a celebration of cat breeds found across the Dorp system. On the surface, this is a bad assignment. But for a good reporter, this topic has all sorts of potential. Yeah, let's do it. The cat show, ha 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 ha. Yar, you're still here? I just had to see what you were giving them. It's even worse than I'd hoped. You'll have your fair share of cat shows too, Yar. I know, but not this cycle. Good luck, robot, you'll need it. Head to the shuttle bay when you're ready to go. Listen, I'm gonna fucking report the shit out of that cat show. Cats, get it! Look at all these cool people you can talk to in the full version of the game. Matt, you're gonna talk to them now. Yeah, but we're not. But we're not. End of sentence. Walking. Let's go! Space cats aren't gonna report on themselves. All right, we'll see what's going on with the space cats. And cosmic cats fancy the crown. We'll see what's going on with the space cats. Dag. Wow. Leslie. Hang on, I'm messing with Stream Raiders and just fucking vibing. Oh, and then they this is good tunes. The press? Someone actually came this time. I mean, welcome to the show. You must be with the Times and Galaxy. I'd recognize that jacket anywhere. There are lots of eye-catching entries this quarter. So please, take your time and look around. Can you tell me about the categories? Of course. We're down to the finalists. There are 4 cats left to judge and 3 awards left to give out. Stinkiest Pet, sponsored generously by Fitty Feline Snack Treats. Most Unique. And Best in Show. I have my predictions, of course. But it wouldn't be right to share them before the judging. How do you define a cat? It's an incredible question. Great question. I don't have time to get into the intricacies of the rulebook with you. But the basics involve coat, temperament, ear shape, snout presence, snout shape, nostrils. To a non-expert like yourself, I can see that the array of cats might look quite exotic and bewildering. But for a trained fancier like myself, I can identify a cat nearly instantly and with great accuracy. Trained fancier. I'm gonna put that on my business card. And let me add, it is just preposterous that they added the robo category. The show is about species, about biology. If I'm asked back, I'm unlikely to attend. The Humania Invitational Cat Show isn't what it used to be. But as long as I'm here, I'm uploading. I immediately dislike this guy. I immediately dislike this guy. I call her Pokemon fans here. I do fancy. There's something goopy and glowing on the floor. Is that a hairball? Which cat made this and what the heck were they eating? Look at all these cat trees. Did you have, hello? Is your cat goo? This cat appears to be made entirely out of space slime. I was a Pokemon fancier at one time, but I let my credentials lapse. Hey, you know, you don't have to keep up with Pokemon to appreciate Pokemon. Oh, you said professional fancier. I didn't. Got your peepers on a meal, do ya? You must have keen optics. Have you entered the show before? No, never had a cat before a meal. A meal's cute. How do you like your chances? Well, I don't know about most unique, but we do hope to win Stinkiest Cat. Emil's been training for months. Plus, Emil is already a little bit famous, actually. I made some posters of him and they've been selling like mooncakes. Wow, that's impressive. I know. I'm really proud. I do fancy Pokemon as well. Oshawott is my precious boy. I'm gonna try to find... That's the most suspicious thing I've ever seen. Hey! Smells like the human spice as thyme, with a hint of the auger spice known as Galaxy. Yeah, there we go. We found the seed. Stinkiest cat in the solar system, and all I got was this t-shirt. Alright. Introducing Mittens. Is that... Is that a... I don't want to look at it. Hi, Leslie. Baby cats around the room are preening. This one sits alone. Rather than fur, it has sleek metal plates. It's in the shape of a cat, but the similarities end there. Finally, I've been waiting 2 hours and 27 minutes. Oh, Robos can enter? Robo category is relatively new, but fully recognized. You're surprisingly uninformed. I just got here. There's no actual rule that states a contestant and their entry have to be distinct entities. Oh. In fact, Marco Vandeclass run famously while fused to his cat. Although the legitimacy of that win has always been disputed. It's my lack of any communication issues that allowed me to sweep the Robo category and make it to the finals. It will allow me to secure Most Unique as well. Pardon my social protocols, they are a bit outdated. Let me introduce myself. I'm Leslie. Does being inorganic affect judging? For one thing, there's no chance of having an accident while showing off my stunning self. But admittedly, the reception here is terrible. I'm sure you've noticed as much. It makes downloading any new protocols a real chore. Speaking of which, I need to download an update to my preening subroutine. Have a nice show! Leslie goes still and unresponsive, working on the update, evidently. Alright, well, hey, listen. Headline, straight news! A cat... Headline, a cat made a goo. What will they think of next? But this has been Times in Galaxy, newly announced here for Ludenaricon. This has been really neat. I really like this. This is a really neat concept. Just fun to poke around, talk to people, and then build a little story. It's great. This is great. Wishlist it now on Steam.